I am Professor Graham Thompson. I'm in the physics department. I happen to be Dean of the Faculty of Science, but it's nothing to do with that with which I'm talking to you this morning. I'm talking about various teaching techniques. I hasten to add that I'm talking about teaching techniques because I've been asked to talk about teaching techniques. It is not something which I do readily. In fact, I do it somewhat reluctantly. And I do it reluctantly for two reasons. I'd like to get these caveats out of the way right at the beginning. The first reason is a hatred of the phrase best practice. And if anybody is accusing me of actually trying to spread best practice, I would like to point out that all I want to do is to tell you how I manage things. And if you think that's a good idea, that's all right. Of course I've tested them. I've tested them over 27 years of teaching here at Queen Mary, and therefore I can be pretty sure that they work for me. But a lot of teaching is a personal thing, and it depends upon how you are, and what is best practice for me might not be best practice for you. So I'm not preaching. I'm merely showing you some of the things that I do. I guess the second reason is that I don't believe there's any such thing as a silver bullet. I don't think there is any one solution or any series of finite solutions that can do the trick for you. I think the thing about teaching, like the thing about research, we say of research it's 90% perspiration and 10% inspiration. I think a similar thing applies in teaching. I would say in teaching it's 90% preparation and organization and 10% theatre, because in the end any lecture, any presentation is a performance, and to do a good performance and to make sure that you're understood and that the matters that you've talked about has got across, you have to be enthusiastic, you have to be seen to be keen in what you're doing if you expect other people to be keen. If you can't do that naturally, and that's the best way, then the other alternative is to be a damn good actor. But even that needs preparation. So I'd recommend that you actually try it and practice, as well as actually making sure, the most important thing, that you thoroughly understand your subject, you thoroughly understand it to the point of any questions that might arise, that you have looked at it and you've organized it in the area that you think is best and in the order that you think is best, and that you have actually checked that you never introduce concepts or terms before you have explained what you're going to be using them for. Or possibly, because you sometimes just have to do things the wrong way round, possibly if you're trying to describe history, you will actually make an excuse, but you make it quite clear that the student isn't expected to understand a certain term at this stage, but that it will become clear as you go through. So at least the student does not feel worried about it.